I think I want to dedicate this to the children of the world. And I also want to dedicate it to the creators, the makers of the children of the world. It hurts like heck, or should I say hell, to see someone or something you given birth to, brought into this world, or that you love, sort of unconditionally in some cases, in most cases, to see it lose or miss or not receive the wonders of life, for it to have obstacles placed in front of their being, you know, them, the children, to not have, to be without, and to see others who have and have doubt about how much love their parents are really dishing out, when deep down inside the child doesn't really know. So we sort of like reason or try to reason with the child so they can understand, except nowadays children are far more advanced, and children aren't children anymore. They're up against so much in the world condition, and I'm not excusing their behavior. I'm just reasoning. Rather than be dramatic, I avoid the drama and use reason. Sometimes we have to get out of their way in order to make a way for them to find a way. You know, sometimes rather than tell everybody the wrong they're doing, focus on telling them the right that they can do, rather than protecting your ego or covering your fault or your feeling at fault, because default is partially your fault. Still, it's a lot safer to say that help, no matter where it comes from, is beneficial. Even when it's tragic, if it helps, so be it. You know, you've got kids out here watching what they see on screen and believing that it's true, the story that was just seen, and it's sad because they can glamorize death, drugs, prostitution, sex, and make the undeveloped mind spongy and absorb all this as if it was water. And it's really scary, man. It's so scary because what kids go through, man, and what they're up against and what's out there. You've got the world condition. You've got Satan. Satan is blatant. So there's no sense in them letting them get 2 for 1. When the child is really that far gone, he needs help. She needs help. Give them up to the hands of a higher power or someone in authority who can help them if you can. Parents, sometimes you have to let go and let God, because it was actually God who let you get where you got, enabling you to let go to get back what you consider a lot. So you figure, with the world conditions and children being able to see far more than we can see, you know, when they search beyond that inner space and that outer space. And then you've got delicious electronic booby traps which rip them outside of their spiritual being and pull them into a realm and make them believe that this stuff they see is possible. Wrist of steel. I mean, could that be real? Or is that something to make me seem like I'm someone who must feel that I can deal with this that is not real? Or to appeal to a mass appeal and play upon this zeal. What's the real deal? I mean, children being beaten instead of being fed, yeah. And a lot of beatings are self-inflicted. In some cases, the beaten is the teacher. In some cases, the beaten takes the child away for the rest of his manhood life. He may grow up to be a man and never leave that emotional state of childhood. Rebelliousness, anger. Anger will keep one from maturing. Makes it very hard to mature. Like I said, man, they're up against so much. The world conditions will get them. I mean, we're living in a land of both shadow and substance, things and ideas, and if we can't stretch our imaginations out to the furthest reaches of the universe, trying to grasp with our mind's eyes what these kids are up against, all we'll do is get in their way. Trying to be too nice, not being nice enough, not being stern enough. Stern. The child must fall from the nest. And if they cannot, then you must do what's best to protect the nest. So when they do get their head and their attitude and their anger situated, they'll have a safe place to come back to, so long as they respect the nest. Yeah, it's not easy being a parent, I understand. And that's probably why I chose not to be one. I don't know. Maybe that's one of my excuses. However, I do know, being raised by a powerful parent, my mother, I know that a mother's love can be wonderful and it can also be dangerous at the same time, depending upon how she delivers it. If in fact she's afraid to treat you the way you need to be treated because of her heart being so weak for the love she feels for you, or worrying about what the neighbors are going to think or others are going to think when she puts your behind out the house, or if she treats you a certain way, pride plays a major role. So before you swallow your pride, if you want to get through it, take and slice up your pride before you swallow it. Chew it. Talking ahead here. We all need to come together and allow the children to get the help no matter where it comes from. Don't let the ego get in the way of saving a child's life. Whoever can help them, let them be helped. Peace out.